So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it's time for another episode of one of Pennsylvania's natural areas. We're here in the Ruth Zimmerman natural area, here in my home county of Berks. Actually not too terribly far from the city of Reading, but you wouldn't know it being out here. So it's a smaller one, about 35 acres, so I think they've added more to it recently. But let me give you a look around first, where we're parked at and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so here's a sign for it, the Ruth Zimmerman natural area, William Penn State Forest. This is Mexico Road, actually, and Reading is just over that way. But it includes both sides of the road. You see like a natural marshy area over there, some woods. There's a small little parking lot right here. They do have a map up here. Wall. So we're parked right here. So I guess we can explore up this way, and I guess the marsh area is not part of the natural area, but anyway, some wooded areas. A little bit later on we'll talk about why this one is a natural area. We've talked about in previous videos, these natural areas are about preserving unique ecological, geological, or unique scenic areas. We'll talk about why this one was preserved. From what I know, there are no trails here. Because I thought that about the last place we visited, the Mount Sidonia Ponds, and there ended up being trails there too. But let's explore this side of the road, and maybe we'll head over to the other side later too. So let's take some time. Brought my other camera along, take some pictures if we need to. But let's explore the Ruth Zimmerman natural area. Hopefully, we're kind of in between thunderstorms here too, so we'll see what happens. Well, I was thinking about just heading up through this way. Looks like there almost kind of is a trail, but it is just pure muck in there. So let's walk out this way, walk up the road a little bit, see if there's no official trails here, but you know, maybe there's some hunters trails or things like that. Here we got some of the multi-flora rose. We talked about this in a recent video, hiking the Mason-Dixon Trail. It's an invasive species, but it's beautiful and it smells great too. Alright. Yeah, I thought this marsh area was part of the natural area, but it's not. But those woods up there are, and these woods over here are. Alright, well, let's leave the road and let's just dive into the natural area. I think there might be some rocky areas up in here, if I remember correctly, but we'll see. Yeah, it's still kind of wet in here, but yeah, kind of gushy. Should maybe walk up the road a little bit further, but yeah, already seen some larger like rock outcrops. But we'll probably try to find some places just to sit and be quiet and see what comes to us too. So this area is classified as a wetland. It's a wetlands forest. You can see even up here there's a skunk cabbage growing. Skunk cabbage only grows, you see it all throughout here in these wet, swampy areas. Alright. So I'm going to continue to make my way up there. We can walk quietly in here. It's kind of wet, so you don't make as much noise. Maybe find a rock to sit on. We'll see. Just hanging out, seeing some birds or wildlife will come to us. Alright, well, let's keep heading up further in this way. I got like what they call a bee fly. There he is. Yeah, I think that's what they call a bee fly. It mimics a bee. It's not actually a bumblebee. It mimics it. Pretty cool. I just saw something hopping over here. Let's see if we can find him. There's a toad down there. Where is he? Oh, he's down in there. Where's my finger? Right there. Let's see if I can get closer without him hopping off. Oh, there he goes. Hold on. Alright, let's see. I think he's right down there. Yeah, right there he is. He blends in so well down there. We'll zoom out. One disadvantage to this place, a lot of airplanes fly overhead, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we got a tree here with all kinds of little woodpecker holes. I don't think anyone lives in here anymore though. Alright, let's keep going. It looks we're gaining elevation up this way, so let's keep going. I think I'm right on the edge of the natural area here though. Alright, so I think I'm gonna start making my way back down, and I want to cross the road and explore that other section on the other side of the road. I think that's where, I think there's like a rockier section over there. But we'll just take our time getting there. There's no hurry out here today. Yeah, I'm not really sure why this natural area doesn't have a trail. It wouldn't hurt. But anyway, just a thought. Like I said, I think they added more to this. There's a group here in Berks County called Natural Lands. We've been to some of their preserves, like Crow's Nest Natural Preserve. I think they bought more land adjacent to this natural area. But they didn't show it on that map I had up there, though. Alright, let's slowly make our way back to the road, and we'll cross over and explore the area over there. Well, as we make our way back to the road to get to the other side, maybe I'll talk a little bit about why this is a natural area. I remember reading this several years ago when I think they first made this a natural area. I tried to find that information again this morning, but I couldn't find it. But Ruth Zimmerman, I think that's the name of the lady who donated this land to the state, to the DCNR, the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. I think it's what it stands for. And I'm not sure they knew quite what to do with it at first, but she wanted the land preserved to stay in the state that it is and not be developed. So I think the best thing they thought to do with it would be to make it a natural area. You know, there's nothing super unique about the area like there is with other natural areas. Like, you know, it's not overly, I mean, it's a beautiful place, but there's nothing overly scenic or overly geological or ecological about it, but they designated it a natural area just to keep it preserved as her wishes were. So, but it's still a beautiful area, natural area to come and just explore and walk around. But I believe that information is correct. Like I said, I read that a couple years ago, so if I'm wrong, someone can correct me in the comments, but or add to that. But so, all right. Yeah, we got our buddies here. The May apples are growing in here too. Looks like there's a little wet area or stream area up here. Let's see if we can sneak up on any wildlife here. Yeah, it looks like a stream. Has a bit of an odd color to it. I think we just found the old dump. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens in these. We've talked about that before in this channel. That's what happens in these rural areas. This is not, and this is back from like, dates back to the 50s and 60s. The road is just right up there. Actually, I see my Jeep right through the trees there. So, but yeah. I guess they could clean this up though, now that it's a natural area. Alright, we'll move on. Probably some older stuff in here. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Man, if you can see my Jeep right down in there. Alright, so back out on the road again. We're gonna head up this way into this side. Of course, we hiked in just, well, yeah, somewhere around here is where we went in. I just came out. Actually, the parking lot is right up there. So let's, yeah. Walk up the road a ways and then go in. Check out this area up here. Yeah, so right up here is the border. The sign there, leaving William Penn State Forest. Once again, just no trail. Just to bust our way through this. Oh, there's water down here. Okay, I got to rethink this. Alright, we've found a way in, but it's still pretty much a jungle. Alright. I think that might be the, I think we're right on the boundary here. That's what that is marking, I believe. Oh, maybe not. I see another one down here, so I don't know what these are marking actually. Yeah, this is really wet back here, I think. Let's go that way. So this place definitely needs a trail system. It's not a huge area, but they could have a loop going through this lower section up into the section we were in. It would just make it so much more accessible and make it a place people could actually enjoy more. Because as it is now, it's kind of difficult to really get around. Especially this lower section's really overgrown, which is good to keep it in its natural state, but it'd probably be better for the ecosystem if you had a trail going through it instead of someone like me just lumbering through. But who knows, maybe that's in the works, they just haven't gotten to it yet, but I think to have it truly be accessible to the public, you know, good to get a trail through here. It would just be safer too, and easier for folks. Alright, I think I'll try to find our spot to sit at. Although we are competing with, sounds like there's some construction going on up that way. Kind of ruining the ambiance a bit out here. You know, I'm debating in my mind, you know, what I think of this place. Or what could be done with it, I think, maybe. And it's still competing with that other noise out there too. I guess what I'm debating in my mind, you know, sometimes you have these super unique areas that are kind of fragile and stuff, unique environments. You know, sometimes making a trail through those areas, I mentioned this a little bit before, but sometimes making a trail through those areas can be damaging. So I think there'll be other natural areas we get to that don't have trails for that reason. But this one isn't, there's nothing overly unique or fragile about this area. But anyway, but I think, yeah, like I said earlier, I think a trail looping through this area would really enhance the experience for people, encourage people to come here to appreciate, you know, the woods and stuff that we have out here. Anyway, so let's just keep exploring for a little bit more. You know, not really complaining when I say those things, I'm just kind of making an observation, as I say. I think even if they did make a trail, I don't think a ton of people would come here, so I don't think it would ever get super busy. Yeah, we're up on a little bit of a ledge here. The ground drops off right there. It gets more, where all that skunk cabbage is growing out there, it gets kind of boggy. It's that time of year now too where you can start looking for leaves that are being chewed on. Look for bugs, nothing under there. Look for the caterpillars that are eating them. There's a spice bush. A lot of caterpillars like to eat the spice bush. Yeah, a lot of thorns, a lot of barberry, some multiflora rose growing here. Plant called greenbrier, some wineberries, all these have thorns on them. Another reason why a trail would be appreciated. Beautiful ferns. Birds singing. Yeah, that construction noise went away for a little bit now though. Yeah, I've seen a lot of red maples and other trees that grow in more swampy conditions back here. Let's just keep going this way. This will take us back towards where we parked. Anyway. I think this is, oh, I can tell by the bark. This is I think this is what they call an eastern hop hornbeam. That's a name for you. Yeah, that's what this tree is. They often grow in these wet areas. I think they use hop hornbeam. I think they use it for hops, or as a substitute for that to make beer, if I remember correctly. That's been some time ago. We used to have one of these growing up on the farm. I remember memorizing what it was. That's what the leaves look like. Oh yeah, someone's been munching there. I don't see anybody underneath there though. Alright. Yeah, up here's the edge of that marsh area. We'll walk out towards there. Some blackberry flowers blooming down here. I think this is as close as we're gonna get. Yeah, because this is all, yeah, that's all oozy goozy wetness in there. Yeah, but just on the other side of that brush line is the marsh that we saw from where we parked. Alright, let's head up this way though. I think the road is right up here. I think this might be wet in here though. Wherever you see a skunk cabbage growing, it usually is, yeah. It's usually, yeah, I'm not gonna cross here. There's a big wet area here, so trying to retrace our steps. Alright, maybe we can get through this way. Might regret my choice here, but this is all wet in here, but up here it's not. Where are we gonna go? I need to get up that way. Yeah, where it's all thick with skunk cabbage, that's all wet in there. So, head up this way. Here we have thorns. Ouch, multiflora rose. All right. Road is just right there, but there's just all this. Maybe we'll go for it. Can we make it across? There's a few areas of high ground. Probably not the best idea though. Oh, spider web. Sorry, buddy. Huh. This is kind of nuts here. Can't see where I'm walking. Alright. Yeah. Here we go. I think this will get us up to the road. Yep, here we go. Yeah, so that larger rocky area I was talking about, I think it is on the other side of the road where we were. I just don't think I went up far enough, but that's okay. Because this side over here looks mostly like swampy woodland. So we just gotta walk up to where we parked. I just saw something hopping or jumping up through here. I don't think we're gonna see it anymore. Anyway. Yeah, so once again, I'm repeating myself here, but a trail would definitely enhance this area, I think. Making it accessible to people. Give people more of a reason to come here and visit. Because I think it's one of the points of these natural areas and all these preserved areas is for people to come here, see what, you know, it can look like in its natural state, the woods and things. But the way it is now, it's kind of difficult. Like I said earlier, some natural areas, other ones we're going to visit, are going to be kind of difficult like this, but they also have a very unique ecology to them. This one doesn't necessarily, so there's not really a reason for me to bushwhack deeper into it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just some thoughts. But yeah, that's the Ruth Zimmerman natural area. I kind of knew it was going to be this way, but we're trying to get to all these natural areas, and that's what we do in this channel. You know, I visit these places. Some are going to be have more of a wow factor than others. That's just the way it is. That's part of what the purpose of this channel is, like I said, to visit these areas, to showcase what they are to you. Oh, there's a frog that jumps in there all the time. Yeah, once again, the Ruth Zimmerman natural area. As always, Naomi is waiting for me here. So there you go, that is the Ruth Zimmerman natural area. Neat little spot to visit, especially if you're local. But if you're not, it's not really, to be honest, it's not really the type of place you would drive several hours to get to. Unless you're doing what I'm doing and trying to get to every natural area in Pennsylvania. But I think that'll be it for this video, folks. As always, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.